99 show art Tarot Tuesdays, coming on a little bit late. Tonight we're going to be doing a watercolor of the Page of Pentacles on this non-watercolor paper, drawing paper. So I'm just going to put this little dude in there. So this time I'm starting from just the sketch work. So that's about 1/3. So I'm just gonna measure out like 1/3 of this piece. Hi, Ange. I was thinking about you. Huh. So just kind of, I'm putting myself on the spot here by kind of drawing this in. Thanks for today. I mean, today's show was really good. Maybe I'm getting better at like having guests and so forth. And this is coming down here like this, like that, something like that. And we got the, yeah, she was amazing. I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking about how I am. Oh, well, I'm trying here. I don't think I'll put that in there. I think I'll just draw the trees in. We'll show that we have some trees in here like this. And we've got some trees in there. Now, this guy takes up, he's got this bauble that he's staring at. Not quite a perfect circle there. Oh, let's see. I'm doing this with the ones that I think I can do. And maybe I'll skip the hat. Yeah, his head is a hedgehog. You know what? We're doing a drawing here, a painting, but I'm just doing the sketch work in first. Hedgehog means like new venture, you know, making your dreams come true. It looks like oh boy. I'm really terrible at drawing, but maybe we'll get this sort of it almost looks like, you know what this looks like? This reminds me of like you know, the marshmallow guy and the marshmallow guy and what was that? It was Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. That's really what this reminds me of. All right, let's go. Oh, this is the part that really bothers me and trying to, you know, maybe. All right, I don't know. I'm kind of getting the proportions are wrong. Gotta have proportions here. Let's do the back of him here. See if we can get this working. Got some hands. Oh, no. Material world, health. Oh, no. I should have done this before I started. But, you know, I just wanted to show to the world how bad I am at this skill. and trying to get some hands up. Kind of big arm. It's like he's like got this football player arm, doesn't he? Where one big football player arm and another out of proportion arm. Okay, we'll just sort of wing it here. Another big out of proportion arm. Got my little marshmallow man guy. And got some hands here. And I think this is just going to float. He's doing some magic here. And got a hand. Oh, it's got like AI hands because it's got like too many fingers. And then maybe we got another hand over here. Okay, my marshmallow guy. Got marshmallow guy here. And giant Popeye arms. Got his legs here. Everything's falling down. I'm using a charcoal pencil here. Charcoal pencils don't erase very well. And a foot here, way out of proportion. Oh boy, this is just terrible. But you know what? We need comedy. You gotta have comedy. If you can't laugh at yourself while you're trying to do something, you know, gotta be able to laugh at yourself. Okay, we got a foot down that way, and then another foot over here with a boot. Like that. All right, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it here. And it's coming down here with his kilt on. Looks like a dress. Oh boy, this is just crazy. Hi, Robert. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the Freak Show, where Bill and the 999 show is showing how terrible his sketching skills are. Like that. Got one big giant arm, and this doesn't look like a man. It just looks like a freak. Got the Freak Show here. And maybe coming down there. There we go. Got something of a sash. The Freak Show. That's right. Which is what, so I remember when I was like, my aunt, when her boy was still in college and he was working on a degree in theater. And That's what they call the family reunions. Was what there's the freak show. Is family reunions like the freak show because it's like you got to go in there and everyone's asking you. I'm drawing this thing, and I'm gonna start painting it here in a minute. So let's just take out the top of the head and make a hat now. I'm not very good at drawing at all. And then it's got like a kind of a sash that is coming down here, coming down like that. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna stick this thing like right over here. My apple blossom wand fell down. We're just gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we're gonna start painting it. Trying to get some of these lines out that don't need to be in it. And I'm gonna be using my Van Gogh pocket box watercolor paint set. And we'll just kind of run over this stuff here, trying to lessen that. Well, we got to finish the circle there. So it's something that they're just kind of levitating, and maybe it's got an ear that's kind of a big old ear. There we go. Hi, Wycliffe. Welcome. Welcome. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about you and how we were where you grew up and where I went to high school, which was right next door to where you went to high school. I actually went all 12 years at with the exception of one semester my sophomore year, and I went to a Laurelwood Academy, and that was the exception. And okay, yeah, all right, we're gonna get going here. I got like about an hour left on my LED light panel that's over on this side. The other smaller ones, they last a lot longer. Yeah, I'm gonna co-host again White Cliff Friday night at the 9 o'clock hour. Probably like, I got these at 9:09. I think is the start time. I'm hoping that I can get to start exactly on time. But I have a hard time sometimes starting exactly on time. Yeah, Friday, and we'll be doing coloring the tarot, and so it'll be just like the other ones, and where I will do the coloring and the other person will tell me what to do. And so we'll just start working on this character here. Yeah, it'll be what see, and Roots and Waves was the first one that I did in that format, and then I did Tarot Your Way, and then I did Tarot Ask Backwards, and then I did Essence of the Moon today. And then I have someone else on Friday, and I forgot what channel name it was. And then Care Bear Bard of the Cards will, I think, be the next following week, though I haven't really set the time yet, because I don't know my schedule next week, if there's like any doctor's appointments that I gotta drive people to or anything like that. So I have to know my schedule first before I can actually set that. Robert, yeah. Oh, you're in Germany, and it's there's a channel Tea and Tarot that I tune into from Germany. Yeah, and this Tea and Tarot guy, I like his channel. But then it's like I was kind of a little bit starstruck with him because he wrote the screenplay for The Man Who Knew Too Little, and so granted, that was you're going to Munich, and yeah, oh yeah, I always wanted to go to that show in Wacken, that metal. When I was younger, I wanted to go to go to that metal festival over there in Germany. Um, I didn't want to go by myself, but I really just don't like riding on airplanes, and so I'm just gonna put this on green old grass and Bohem, and then if I went over to Germany, then I might as well go up to Sweden to go visit my cousin, and then also if I went while I was at Sweden, I might as well just go visit the exchange student that was in my senior year at high school and go visit him. He has offered that I can go over. Well, he offers a spare room in his house, uh, and so, anyways, yeah, I know it's a long plane ride because I went on a long plane ride once before when I went from Seattle to Denmark to Tel Aviv and back um, several years ago. So and that was a long trip. And what are we looking at over here? LAX to London and then taking the Eurorail from there. Yeah. Well, you want to make sure, Whitecliff, you want to make sure that you get those kind of trips in while you can, because there'll come a time when someone in your family is going to be responsible to um, taking care of somebody. Whether it be if you have children, whether it be your children, if you end up having children, or you have elderly parents and that kind of stuff. So yes, exactly. Yeah, so you just never know. You never know, but so you want to get in all of your traveling. If you want to go see Hawaii, or you want to go in, you want to make sure you do all of that stuff when you can, and then there'll come a time when you just can't go anywhere, and then there'll be a time when then there's going to be a time when you just not ain't going to want to go anywhere, because that also happens too. You get you get there's something that happens when you go into your 50s, and where you tend to I didn't really understand this when I was younger, but I had like friends in their 50s and they stopped going to concerts and stuff like that, and I thought, well, I didn't really get it. Now in my 50s I kind of get it. It's just but I would love to see Coldplay again. The last concert I saw was I saw Iron Maiden at the Moda Center. And then before that, I saw Coldplay, and that was really a great show. And really a great show. I haven't been to a concert in a long time. I'd like to, but I can't exactly go to one now. Let's go in and go up with this color here. Yeah, I know, but when I saw Black Sabbath, I've seen Black Sabbath twice. I saw them on their last two world tours, and for both concerts, I spent because I saw them both in Washington. One of them, I turned it into a 5-day road trip, and I rented a car, and then I went up Highway 101, and I stayed in Long Beach, Washington, because I always wanted to go to Long Beach, Washington, because yeah, I went to the one in the Tacoma Dome in, what was that, 2016, I think it was. Then I went to one at the Gorge Amphitheater, and that was like an awesome trip, and yeah. Well, I lived up in Seattle, and I went to lots of shows in Seattle. I got to see Ronnie James Dio perform 6 months before he passed on, in when he played for Heaven and Hell. Uh, yeah, yeah. And you said Black Sabbath went all out on that show. They even hired fake protesters. So while I was standing in line for 90 minutes, they had like fake Bible bangers and fake protesters standing, with their signs with Black Sabbath as the devil, and yeah, I'm sure that they hired all of those people, but it was so much fun. Yeah, it was such a good show, and so both the times that I saw Black Sabbath, they didn't tour with anyone. So I was like hoping when I saw them the first time that they were going to tour with a band like Neurosis. But Neurosis is a really good metal band, and it just would have taken away from it would have just taken away from them, and because they didn't really they wanted to they wanted to be the main headliner show, and they didn't want some to be touring with another band that might steal their thunder. I think, and so when they played at Gorge Amphitheater, they had a DJ who did the warm up music, and I stayed at this place. It was a campground, but it wasn't a real campground. It was like a farmer opened up a field and they had like some portable bathrooms in there, and showers and so forth, and you could come with RVs and tents and things like that, and then if you know you and then they offered a shuttle service to go to and from the uh, the concert. Yeah, they had a shuttle service so that that you could drink as much as you wanted. Unfortunately for me, I alcohol gives me migraines, and so I can never drink as much as I wanted to. Now it was better when I was younger, but when I was younger I didn't drink, and so I had a couple beers that I paid the full concert price for, but it's like when I went to um it's like when I went to Hawaii. It was a vacation, and on my vacation I just took a vacation, and I didn't really bother too much with how much it costs. I just had a good time. And but yeah, so I the concert hall with yeah, yeah. But I miss alcohol. I miss certain things a lot. But see, I don't like getting intoxicated. I never had. Well, I used to when I was young, but I don't particularly care for you know getting high or anything like that, because it's. But I like the taste. I really like the taste of like cognac, and I like the taste of um Actually, I like the taste of Famous Grouse blended Scotch whiskey, which is, like under $30 a bottle. I like that. It's really tasty. Or or some other blended Scotch whiskey like Macallan's. But I don't like the Scotch that is really peaty. I don't, stuff that tastes like you have have sweat sock tea. Yeah, that's what that peaty stuff. It reminds me of, like, oh, this just tastes like an old sock, you know. Anyways, let me see what I'm gonna do with this. So I might run some of this yellow in here, and I kind of like the idea of, it looks like these different colors coming up off of here. Sweat socks tea. Yeah, exactly. That's what, and it's like when I had, like, my last girlfriend, then, and she was a divorce lawyer, and she would a few times took me around to these parties up in the Seattle, and one of them is they had, it was like some other lawyers, and they had these uh they had some scotch, and I had, like some really expensive scotch, and it was just like that. It was just like ghastly sweat sauce. It had that really peaty taste, and I didn't really like it very well. I think we'll go in and do. I think I want to run that yellow ochre in this guy too. Yeah, cognac though. I really like cognac, and I like rye whiskey too. But, like I said, like I've mentioned more than one time on this show, I have not really had any alcohol in a couple years, and after I had the COVID, I had it really bad in 2022, and that every time I would even have any alcohol, it just turned directly into a migraine. And then last year around this time, I went on the metformin, and then the metformin has, like, no safe limits of alcohol that you can have with that drug, and so I essentially just well, I made that sacrifice, and I guess that's just the way it is. Not having that, and they don't make a non-alcoholic liquor. They don't make a non-alcoholic rye whiskey. They don't make a non-alcoholic um, tequila. I really like Blanco tequilas because I think I've talked about that before when I went to Hawaii and had that $40 shot of. Actually, I bought two of them, not knowing that it was $40. Had two uh, two $40 shots of tequila. Was not expecting that, and but yeah. Anyways, I feel like I need to have some red in here. Some really bright yellow. Yeah. Well, alcohol. Actually, and it was probably best off if we don't even drink alcohol because of how toxic it is for the body. Hmm. So, do you work nights, Wycliffe? Because if you're up at this time, and I know, well, wait. Well, no, if you did a swing shift job, you'd be at work right now. I think my favorite work shift to do is like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Not too late, and then I can still stay up, you know. I can still stay up past midnight. I feel like this needs some this fire in the sky here. Well, it got really quiet in here all of a sudden. I think I listened to my after church chat program. It felt like I rambled a lot. So this afternoon I recorded while I was out taking a walk, just sort of an addendum to that, to try to explain things. I need to edit that up though. I think I'll edit it a little bit when I get off the phone, or get off the phone. Yeah, that's right. I'm on the phone. All right. When I get off here and edit it up, and maybe I can get it done and have it uploaded for tomorrow. An explanation for those things. It kind of just, in some sense, it just feels like those plantar stones. I don't know. All right, so what do we got? He's got a red hat, but it's got a lot of red in here. Maybe we'll go back and do some more on the take the red off. Do some more on the background. Make sure that background is more perfect. More of this bright yellow. So if you're just joining us, this is the 999 show. And it's Tarot Tuesday all day long. This afternoon, had a guest on, and now it's just me and my paintbrush. It's quiet outside. The dog is out in the hall, watching over the house, making sure that everything is good. You need to say some words of prayers for Tarot Ask Backwards right now, because his dog is ill. His dog Braden. So please, out there, say some prayers for his dog Braden, his best friend Braden, his dog. And it is so hard when our furry friends get sick like that. And I'm gonna come up. Looks like it got some. I wonder if I can lift that color off. So yeah, and just thinking about his doggy, and it's very sad. It's kind of hair on here. That's like one of these art pet peeves of mine is when foreign objects get on my canvas, and then that also kind of really bugs the hell out of me. It's like eating food. It's like eating, like, getting a hair in your food. But at least this time it doesn't make me gag. But well, let's see what are we gonna have on the inside of the pentacle. It's yellow, but I have so much yellow in here. I don't think I'm gonna add yellow into it. I think maybe we'll do a different color, maybe blue. Does that work? Yeah, you know what? It does work. It absolutely does work, because this is my tarot card, and in my tarot imagination here, I can make this card whatever color I want it to be, right? Add some more water there. So come on in here, and I'm just going to put that in here. Hopefully the colors don't run together too much with that charcoal pencil I used to sketch this out. And it's an egg. It's not really a, it's more of an eggy shape. It's interesting how, with this drawing paper, how the water and pigments behave on it. You want to be able to move. And as you can see, the paper is buckling because it's not tied down. And so far in this journey here, I'm just doing the sketches that I think I can do. Was not a strong suit for me to do this. This was not something I was good at. So what this means is that it means that if you want to learn painting and you can't draw, you go ahead and learn how to do painting, because don't let your perceived lack of skills get in the way of you doing something that you want to do. And for me, I let that my lack of drawing skills get in the way of me learning painting for 20 years, about 20 years. And so I wanted to learn how to paint a long time ago, but I always thought, well, I don't know how to draw, so I can't paint. And I'm just like here as to tell you, you don't need to know how to draw. Build. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to say that word, but you're welcome to hang out, Mr. Dean, and you're welcome to hang out here. However, my moderator might make you go away because you make these making the comments like that. But seasoned dough awareness. All right. All right. I got it. Oh, what's going on here? Can I just put this, make it kind of a green tunic here? Yeah. We can. You know what, Mr. Dean P? I'll tell you something. I used to work at a production bakery in my right around like 2000. I worked in a production, and I packed donuts. I worked on the back side of a freezer, and I was a donut, and then sometimes they had fudge, and so this one time we were on break, and they because sometimes that the product would start to come before we were ready. And they says, and it can't go on the loudspeakers. It's like, fudge packers, get to the get to the line. Well, I was packing, literal fudge, literal, not what you're thinking, not what you're thinking, not what you're thinking. But I was thinking because it was mostly donuts. It was mostly donuts because I worked on the backside of a freezer, and all night long. The worst, Dean, was the worst was the crullers and the donut holes. The donut holes were the worst of them all because and those nights were like, oh God, this is so boring. You know, this was so boring, and so yeah, packing the fudge of seasoned dough. Yeah, yeah, you got it, man. You know, what are we gonna do? Give him a big bright red hat or a purple hat? What? This is ultramarine blue. I think we'll go with that. But yeah, that was like that was just a. God, I hated that job. I hated that job so much. But you know what? It was good money. It was good money. It was like the second highest paying job in the town that I was living in, and I was working there as a temp, and I was next in line to get a full-time job, and a full-time job would have landed me like $13 an hour. This is $13 an hour in 2000. In 2000, that was 24 years ago. And then they closed the plant down and laid off 2,000 workers. 2,000 workers lost their jobs. It was just terrible. It was really hard because, in a town of 27,000, and when 2,000 people lose their jobs, it's just, it was just an awful thing. It was an awful experience. And it was all because, in the name of the bakery was Hazelwood Farms, and then Pillsbury bought it up as a means to close out one of their competition. And then so they no one, we were all blindsided. No one knew that we were going to lose our jobs and everything, and it was just a terrible experience to lose your job that way. It's terrible. Even if, even I hate, but I had another experience when I was there, because sometimes it would be donuts, and then sometimes it would be bread. But when it was like bread and pizza dough, you could bring that stuff home with you, and then you can bring it home, and then and then you had pizza dough you can make, or you could make bread, just put in the oven and bake it. But then this one night when I was doing the whole, I think I'll make his hose purple too. I can come back over and do another layer. The machines were like broken down and everything, and no, I didn't actually. Not at that time. I didn't even think about dill seasoning to a pizza dough. These days, when I make pizza, I just use like flour tortillas to make the dough, and that works pretty good. And I made like the other night, I made a taco pizza with refried beans and cheese sandwiched between tortillas, and then I put more cheese on top, like 2 different layers with pepperoni. And that was like a really tasty, really tasty. Yeah. So dill, does that makes it taste better? So, I got to get all right, maybe some more accents here. Hmm. So, Dean P., have you been here before? Because it seems like you. Yeah. Oh, I like dill pickles and all. So it has just the like dill pickles. Hmm. And like dill grows wild on my property. Huh. Yeah. I haven't got deja vu in a long time, but occasionally it's one of those things, Dean, that goes away as I think it tends to go away as you get older. Um, I used to get it all the time when I was young, but yeah, let's give it some more color and texture here. Yeah, what I got like the other day was feeling like I was going out to the barn and everything. I had to struggle because I was thinking this all seems kind of new, and I've had that experience like, oh, this is all new. I'm thinking why, and I understand. I don't really get that why that was. Maybe I was having a migraine, so maybe that makes a difference. Um, what are you gonna do with the? Hi, hi, Miss More Intuitive Me, and did you like the program this afternoon? And I am doing me a, let's see, kind of got a little bit of a red shirt going on. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying here. He's got big Popeye arms here. His face looks like like the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. But anyways, there we go. Kind of get the color to work in there pretty good. Yeah, so this is that Van Gogh pocket box. And this one came with 15 colors and a brush. So that's something you can think about when you're shopping around for paint sets. And if there's if there's an art supply store in your area, I do urge you to go to one of those versus a brick and mortar store versus ordering off of Amazon. But if you don't have any other choice than to do the Amazon, then do that. But anyways, there we go. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this Friday night again. Hopefully my sister will be able to make that one. Let's just do a different coat of color over this to blend those in together. It's got this hat and maybe it needs like a feather or something coming out off the hat. I I got like the theme song to the show Coach running through my head. Yeah, maybe that works, right? You can lift those colors right off, and look, it's lifted the colors right off of there too. Yes, a feather, yeah, feather or something like that. Maybe something else. I'm gonna take this colors and run it down onto the bottom here. Oh, the sash. We got the sash here. Oh, it's done. And maybe I can get done before 1 hour, and then I can get back to watching Coach or maybe something else. I don't get why I can't like stream my Google movies on my TV. I could do it a few years ago, but it's like they changed something in there. And what do we got going here? Maybe go down to another color of red. Oh, yeah, the trees actually worked out really well. I just drew some. Anyways, I haven't done this over here. I don't know if I think I'll just make it blue. I'm gonna make it skin. His skin, the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy, all blue skin. I think to be inconsistent with all the other ones. Yeah. So we're doing the Four Swords, right? Friday. I should show you that one deck I have that has a Protestant scene on it. It's like the Rive Tarot deck. The Four Swords has um, it's got a Protestant scene. I might need a new. So you said you had some coloring books, right? So maybe if you have a tarot coloring book, maybe you could show it to me, and then I can see because I might want to get another coloring book. You know, yeah, I like the Four of Swords too. It's one of my favorite cards, and I don't know why I like it, but I just do. I think I like it because it has that scene in it that it has that. I just ruined this guy. All right, well, you know what? It's fine. We ruined him. Kali can come back over with my blue skin and. Well, actually, I can kind of see it there. Oh, it's a mandala. Okay, I see. A mandala. That sounds like it would be really complicated to do a mandala. I think we'll go into this ultramarine. And so when I was talking about this afternoon and going directly onto the paints, this is more that that habit that I get from painting with acrylics and painting straight out of the tube kind of a thing. Yeah, no, it's no mistakes or it's happy accidents. Yeah, but did you know with Bob Ross that for that his because I watched that documentary on Bob Ross and they did for every one of those shows he did three paintings, and I got the black. I think that black was this color here, and I can accent the nose thing I drew, and maybe I have to let that stuff dry. Yeah, that's got a huge pool of water right there. Yeah, all right. Well, um, hmm. Anyway, his face is kind of weird. It's got a weird. Now he's looking like Yogi the Bear. Looks like a Yogi the Bear face now. All right, let's go work on those. I got color over there. Let's put some more water in here. Okay, mix in a little water, and we're gonna add some of this white over there. I want to tone down, make a toned down color. I think we'll use, for the hills over there, use this color. But yeah, Bob Ross did 2 paintings, no, 3 for everyone. So that one he did on the show, he did 2 other ones for each one of those things. So he like worked at a lightning pace too, you know. Here we go. The happy accidents. Leave some of the white in there so it just has a, maybe it's snow. But you know, gets these, because I'm painting on drawing paper and I'm not painting on watercolor paper. It's texturally interesting to do it this way. And then we'll put more of this color around in all these other places. And I am close to being finishing up here for the day. So you paint in your journal? Do you paint with like acrylics, or do you use watercolors then? Because I guess it was Essence of the Moon who was thinking about wanting to do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, what else are we gonna do here? I want to finish the face, but there's still a big puddle of paint right there. You're doing watercolor, yeah. All right, let's see if I can get some accents in here. I don't know, it might be done like that. I think I might work on those legs a little bit more. Do another coating of paint on the leggings, and maybe make the boots just a little bit different color. Maybe like big, yeah, we'll just do blue, and then I'll make some like darker color. Yeah, I was like really, I must say that I'm still kind of taken with that world card, and how I guess it was just how similar to but you know, I'm really looking forward to talking to you too. I guess, I was thinking about having those empathic moments that I've had and in the past, and just kind of seeing um, red boots, brown like the earth. Yeah. I mean, kind of how sometimes when people talk, it's almost like I imagining just kind of seeing the energy. Oh, you know, Root and Dean P was okay. Dean P was okay. You didn't need to hide him. Yeah, no, and Dean P. I was like, he didn't need to hide his. Yeah, yeah. He was not a not no, because we were kind of going because I was talking about a job and everything else, and when I worked in a production bakery and yeah, he's got some things going on there. He wasn't a troll, so well maybe he was trolling, but no, he was all right. I All right, let's come in and do another layer here for these boots. Earthy tones. It's all, but yeah, let's just put that in there, get kind of a golden like effect. Oh. Yeah, I know he said that, but I didn't mention it. He did, but yeah. But you know what? I was playing back with him too. So I know he said that, but I was like I said, I was playing back with him as well. Anyways, yeah. I know that. Anyways, that was what else do we got? We got that that I there's still got a pool in that eye. I can't really go and do anything on that eyeball there. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, he can come back for more, but he's probably not going to. Anyways, I think I'm done here. Let me just sign it. I am, because it is, I can't really do any more because the paper is mm-hmm. You're sleepy, yeah. And I wonder if I can. Good night, and I'm gonna just be signing off here just a second. I could probably try to sign the date because today is one. What is the date today? 29th. It's actually it's still the 28th for me. 28th. Who can see that? You can't see that. No one can see that. No one can see. Anyways, thank you for moderating and so forth. Thank you, Intuitive Me, for coming. And I wanted to thank everybody for Whitecliff. And even though Dean P was being a little bit immature, I still am thanking him for being here as well. And I was a little bit immature back, and because I can give as good as I can give back as well. And that is everyone. And so, and we got, this is what the 999 show Tarot Tuesday art. And like and sub if you like and sub. No really bad trolls allowed, but And Ange, thank you very much for popping in here and Intuitive Me. And we'll see you the next time. I probably will do a pop-up on Thursday as well, but definitely we'll be back on Friday, 9 p.m. for the more Intuitive Me, and we'll be doing the Four Swords. Bye-bye.